The story starts with a woman named Emily. She goes to a job interview, hoping to find a better job. She really needs more money because she has a huge college debt, around $70,000. That's a lot, and it keeps getting worse. Her past makes things harder. When Emily was in college, she got into serious trouble with her boyfriend. She was arrested, and now that police record makes it almost impossible to get a good job. Every time she applies somewhere, her record blocks her chance. But Emily isn't lazy. She works hard at a food delivery job for a catering service. She delivers meals to different places. Even though she works a lot, the money she earns is too small to help with her big debt. One day, after she finishes a delivery in office, she starts heading home. On the way, she runs into someone she knows from work. He's a coworker at the catering company. He asks Emily to take the night shift for him. In return, he gives her a lead on another job. Emily is curious but also worried. The job he talks about might not be legal. Still, she's desperate and says she'll think about it. Emily doesn't live alone. She shares her home with her two siblings. That evening, she checks the time and sees it's almost time for a night shift. She gets ready quickly and leaves. During her shift, while waiting for more delivery orders, Emily sits by the roadside. She uses the time to draw on a piece of paper. Drawing is something she loves. It helps her relax and clear her mind. While she's painting, she remembers the job her coworker told her about. She decides to take a chance and calls the phone number he gave her. Not long after, she gets a message. It tells her to come to a specific address the next day. That night, she doesn't get any more food delivery requests. So, she decides to hang out with some of her old friends. While they're together, Emily tells them about her money problems. She explains how her current job isn't enough and she can't even make her regular payments. One of her best friends, Liz, tells Emily she'll try to help her find a better job, maybe something that connects to her love for art and drawing. They keep hanging out and drinking on the street, then go home late at night. The next day, Emily goes to the address from a message. She thinks she's going to a normal job interview, the kind with lots of questions and waiting. But this one feels different right away. The people there act like they already know what's going on. A man named Joseph is in charge. He doesn't ask many questions. Instead, he takes Emily's ID, takes a picture of her, and gives her papers to fill out, before he even tells her what the job is. After that, Joseph finally explains. The job is not a normal one. Emily will act like a shopper, but she'll be using fake credit cards. These cards are copies made from other people's real cards. The job is illegal. It's called carding. They use stolen card info to buy expensive stuff. Joseph gives her strict rules. She can only go to one store per week to avoid getting caught. She also has to stay quiet and not talk about it to anyone. But the pay is really high, $200 per hour. Emily is scared and not sure what to do. It seems risky and illegal, but she needs money badly. After thinking for a moment, she agrees. After a short meeting, Joseph sends her on her first task. Emily goes with some other people to a big electronics store. Her job is to buy a TV that costs $2,000 using one of the fake cards. She's very nervous because it's her first time. At the checkout counter, she's so stressed that she forgets she's still wearing a hat she didn't pay for. After she pays for the TV and walks out, a security guard stops her in the parking lot and removes the unpaid hat from her head, so the guard doesn't get suspicious. Even though it was a close call, Emily completes the mission. She gets her first payment, $200. Joseph also gives her a phone and a charger. He will use this phone to contact her about future jobs. The next morning, Emily goes back to her food delivery job. But this time, she has a hard time. The elevator in the building is broken. She and another worker have to carry the food up the stairs. While doing this, some of the food spills. Emily feels frustrated and tired. She hides in a restroom to clean herself and calm down. While sitting there, she checks the phone Joseph gave her. There are no messages, so she throws it into the trash. But right after that, the phone rings. Emily doesn't think twice. She picks up the phone. Even though she's still working and could get in trouble, she sneaks out to meet Joseph. He picks her up in a van and gives her a new job, one that's even more serious. This time, she has to buy a luxury BMW car using another fake card. A seller who works with them will help her. There's a big challenge. After the card is used, they only have 8 minutes before the payment system might notice something's wrong. If the seller calls the bank, they'll find out the card is fake. Emily doesn't have time to be scared. She walks into the car dealership and tries to look confident. The workers ask her questions about the car, but she's too nervous to answer properly. She even skips looking at the car to save time. The salesman thinks her behavior is strange, but he still continues with the deal. After he swipes the card, Emily keeps watching the time. Every minute feels like an hour, but then the seller asks her to fill out more paperwork. Emily becomes more nervous. Finally, she gets the car keys and starts walking to the car. But then the shop owner gets suspicious. He tells one of his workers to follow Emily outside and bring her back to double-check the payment. The worker follows her to the parking lot. As he tries to stop her, she jumps into the car and drives away fast. A wild chase starts. Emily is driving fast to get away, but suddenly a big truck blocks the road. She has to stop. She jumps out of the car and quickly sprays chili powder into the man's face who is chasing her. This gives her just enough time to run away. Emily goes back to Joseph and gives him the car she just stole. She then demands her money, this time $2,000. The whole escape was very stressful for her, and her nose starts bleeding. Joseph sees this and feels a little bad. He offers to drive her home. While driving, Joseph talks about his dreams. He wants to buy many houses and rent them out to make money. Emily listens quietly. She's still scared from the chase. Later, Emily returns to her catering job, but her boss is upset. He asks why she disappeared during lunch hours. Emily gets suspended for 3 days, but she doesn't care much. Joseph calls her again with more work. When she goes to meet him, she tells him she wants to do more. Joseph teaches her how to make fake credit cards. He shows her how to print them using information he gets from other people's cards. Emily asks how much she will get paid, but Joseph doesn't give a clear answer. Instead, he tells her buy at least $5,000 worth of stuff every week. The only rule is to never visit the same store more than once a week. This helps avoid getting caught. Emily agrees. She knows it's dangerous, but she needs the money. Now that she knows how to print the cards, Emily takes the tools home. Joseph also tells her where she can sell the things she buys. The next morning, she uses a fake card to buy some items from a nearby store. Then she sells those items to a man for a lower price. This becomes her new routine. In the morning, she works her catering job. In the evening, she runs her illegal business. The money starts to come in fast. She even buys a safe to keep it secure. Things are finally going well. One day, her friend Liz comes over and asks if Emily can take care of her dog for 2 weeks. Emily agrees. Later, Emily gives Joseph a deposit of the money she's made. By now, she's made about $10,000. But not everyone is happy about her success. Joseph's partner, Carl, starts to get suspicious. He thinks Joseph is hiding something and doesn't like that Emily is involved. That night, Emily gets a call from a buyer who wants to purchase something. The buyer insists on coming to her house, which breaks an important rule: never meet buyers at home. Emily is unsure, but agrees. The man comes over, but instead of buying anything, he finds Emily's safe and steals all the money, around $15,000. Emily doesn't just let him get away. She follows him to his car, uses a stun gun on him, and takes her money back. She also takes his ID so she can find him again if needed. Soon after, Emily goes to a Thanksgiving party at Liz's house. Liz introduces her to some artists and designers she works with. Joseph also comes to the party, but he feels out of place. He jokes about pretending to be Emily's boyfriend so he doesn't seem like a stranger. Liz mentions that Emily might get a job as an assistant designer, something legal and close to her love for art. After the party, Joseph drives Emily home and ends up staying the night. Their relationship becomes closer. The next day, Joseph takes Emily to see houses he wants to buy and rent out. Emily is impressed by his plans. Later, Joseph brings her to meet his parents. His mother is very kind to Emily and welcomes her. But then, Carl shows up at Joseph's house. While Joseph's mother is out of the room, Carl shows a video clip of Emily shopping at a store she wasn't supposed to visit twice in a week. That video is now on the news. Emily's face is exposed, and the scam might be discovered. The next day, Emily goes to Liz's office for her interview, but the boss brings up her past. He talks about the crime she did in college that got her arrested. Then he says that she won't get paid for the first 6 months, and storms out. She goes straight to Joseph and tells him she's ready to fight back. Joseph is also upset. He found out that Carl took everything from him. He hasn't been paid in months, and Carl kicked him out of the business they built together for 3 years. Joseph wants revenge. He and Emily plan to raid their old office and take whatever is left. The next morning, Emily remembers her final interview at Liz's company. She rushes to it, but feels nervous the whole time. When the boss brings up her record again, she gets even more upset. After hearing about the unpaid work, she leaves quickly, full of frustration. She meets up with Joseph, and they carry out their plan. But when they reach the first warehouse, it's already empty. They go to another one, also empty. Then Joseph checks their joint bank account. It's been cleared out too. Carl has taken everything. Joseph breaks down. He's also being asked for a down payment on a house he now can't afford. He gets angry and blames Emily for messing up and getting caught on video. Emily blames him back for trusting Carl too much. They argue, and then Emily suggests something serious, getting revenge. That night, they go to Carl's house. Emily dresses like a food delivery person and rings the bell. When one of Carl's guards comes to the door, she uses her stun gun on him and takes his phone. She uses it to call the other guards and tricks them into leaving the house. Now Carl is alone inside, but things don't go as planned. Carl attacks Joseph and beats him badly. Joseph falls to the floor, unable to fight. Emily is left to deal with Carl alone. Carl comes at her, but she remembers a small cutter in her pocket. She stabs Carl with it, giving her a chance to win. Carl begs for his life. He finally tells her where the money is, hidden in the kitchen fridge. Emily grabs the cash. Carl is hurt, but Emily gives him a phone to call for help. Then she tries to help Joseph, but she can't find the car keys. The police are surely coming, and there's no time. Emily makes a hard choice. She leaves Joseph behind and runs away with the money. The next morning, police show up at her house, but she's gone. Emily has disappeared from her old life. In the final scene, we see Emily sitting on a beach, relaxed and calm. But she's not finished. Now, she runs her own karting business. She's the boss, and she's already training new people, just like she once was.
Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.